Their own job was to rebuild the northeast of Nigeria, destroyed by Boko Haram terrorism. But guess what? The person that the Development Commission was put, was put in charge of was Babashir Lawal, the man that used 242 million naira to cut grass, while the people living in they cut the grass around the IDP camp, the unlivable shelter that some of the victims of Boko Haram were staying in. Then he used 242 million naira to cut the grass around the place, but the people living in those camps were actually on the streets begging for food every day. You know the story. Now, Tinubu and his gang have now created Southeast Development Commission, Southwest Development Commission, South-South Development Commission, North Central Development Commission, Northwest Development Commission, so that they can put different board members in there, okay? According to Akpabiole's Senate. They even created a University of Agriculture and Tropical Study as well, which he announced earlier, yesterday, I think. Some said that the University of Growing Igbo, was medical vegetable, as Tinubu called it back then, right? Listen to one of and they are building that in Iragbiji. How many of you remember the University of Transportation that Rotifmi, Amechi, the Ubima Judas Iscariot, also built for Bokwari in Katsina? Do you remember that? University of Transportation.
Mr. President of the Senate, the single colleagues, my name is Kabaruddin Olalere Oyewumi. I represent the good people of Osun West Senatorial District in Osun State. Mr. President, I rise to strongly support and second the motion moved by the President of the Senate on the establishment of the Federal University of Agriculture and Tropical Studies, Iragbiji, Osun State. Mr. President, in tune with the realities of our modern time, on the concentration on specialized institutions, and Osun State being in a very fertile soil, where all type of crops are grown in large and commercial quantities, it will help not only Osun State but the entire country very well if this kind of specialized institution is cited in Osun State as a training grant for the modern day agriculturists and then agricultural officers, extension officers that are going to help our farmers in their day-to-day operations. So this is going to help us a lot in the country. And you know, one of the agitation now is that people should go back to the land. I don't want to go back to the hoes and cutlass type of farming. We want to modernize. And here, training and retraining is the thing of the moment. So I want to strongly support this motion and urge our colleagues to support us so that this very important institution may be cited in Osun State. I so second. Thank you, Mr. President.
Deputy Senate President. Distinguished colleagues, a bill for an act to establish the Federal University of Agriculture and Tropical Studies, Iragbiji, Osun State, and make comprehensive provisions for its due management and administration and for related matters 2024 SB 569. Second reading taken.
And the people of Niger Delta who have NDDC, Niger Delta Development Commission, and also Ministry of Niger Delta. And they now have the Niger Delta Development Commission. I don't know. Okay, sorry. South-South Development Commission. And according to this former governor from Bayelsa, Syria K. Dixon, he moved the motion. It is the creation of commission versus commission right now. See, it was from the Ministry of Niger Delta which Akpabiole was once a minister of, under Bukwari. That was where they looted over 4 trillion naira. If you go to Niger Delta now, they do not have any good road, no real good hospitals, no good schools or anywhere. Yeah? They do not have drinking water. The entire region is polluted with different kind of oil exploration. Their soil can't really grow good food anymore. Their water is contaminated. They are like walking cancers from Niger Delta. When you look at their sky, you see soot. And the criminals are looting and looting. Remember, off your mic, off your mic. Honorable Minister, off your mic, off your mic. Because of the probe of the Niger Delta, where Akpabiole was a minister. Today, Akpabiole is the Senate President of Nigeria. Seriake Dixon from Niger Delta has pushed for South-South Development Commission. Maybe they add them to Niger Delta Commission so that they can create the board and give appointment to people to manage it. Here.
Thank you, Mr. President, and my dear respected colleagues. Henry Seriake Dixon, Bayelsa West. Mr. President, firstly, let me appreciate, on behalf of all of us senators from the South-South part of our country, for the lead sponsor, our colleague, Senator Akpabiole, who has led the debate on a bill that is co-sponsored and fully supported by all the senators from the South-South zone. And it goes without saying that that includes the Senate President of the Federal Republic. My dear colleagues, I think that a very compelling case has been made this morning. I'm only rising up to explain further 2 issues. Firstly, that the NDDC that some people may say is already there is not a geopolitical commission created. It was created to manage the issues of development and crisis emanating from oil-producing communities. And that is why the membership and those who benefit from it cut across the Southwest, for example, Ondo in the Southwest, and in the Southeast. And also, anytime oil is found in any substantial quantity, a case can be made for inclusion. The point I'm making is that it is a resource-based commission, because the UMPADEC was scrapped and the NDDC was now put in place to manage the issues arising from oil-producing communities and states. And it was not a geopolitical body created for the South-South, no. That's why the membership clearly includes Ondo in the Southwest, and rightly so. It includes Imo and Abia in the Southeast. But now, having established that, as the lead debater has said, you also have the example of HYPADEC in the North Central. States that are contributing resources, the water bodies that are converted to energy, are a major source of resource. And this country thought it appropriate to establish a body. But that body was resource-based. It doesn't include states that don't have those water bodies and all those entities. So now the country has moved further, where at this point now, Mr. President and my dear colleagues, we are now creating not resource-based centers of development and entities, but development-based entities according to geopolitical zones. And that is why the case is now being made for the consideration of this August Assembly. And I will now, on behalf of all the senators, appeal to all members that we should give this a favorable consideration. As has been rightly said, what is good for the goose is also good for the gander. So that at any time the country is appropriating to development commissions, geopolitical based development commissions, then it will be general I'm sure if there's any geopolitical zone that doesn't have a bill yet for establishment of a geopolitically based commission, when it comes,
they will get it. Let's share the money. Don't let us discriminate. Everybody must have their commission. Do you understand, my colleagues? Yeah, we get you. I so move. Thank you. Money where they go borrow. The crude oil where they share money from, day again, no money no come from crude oil anymore. Because they've already used that to borrow, as a collateral for loans, sabi? Now they have to put these guys together and fund them. Because if you get appointed to Southwest Development Commission, what are they going to be developing? What is the job of the ministries? What is the job of, oh, come on, man, see, anyway. I'm thinking we should just go straight to River State, where different characters, different actors are already putting forward statements that this Saturday in River State is going to be hot. So today, we saw the collaboration for the first time in a long time between APC, PDP, but there's something so kind of really unusual. The person that is parading himself as the chairman of APC in River State is being removed as chairman of APC there. Remember, they removed this Okocha guy and put another person called Becker something. But this Okocha guy is actually moving mad with Iragbiji, the supposed PDP member. It's confusing, right? So they have this warning for Fubara. After Fubara made an announcement today that is locking down the entire state. And as it is, it will probably just write the results for his own guys, APP. And they held their own press conference earlier. We'll go listen to their jargons, okay? If you're bored, tell me. I'll stop it and go to the next one.
No, that in course of...
Somebody said that, how do you buy me a coffee? See, there is a link in the comments. If you click on it, it's going to take you off this video, okay? It's going to take you off this broadcast. You can use your phone. Go to your phone and read the comment. You will see that pinned link. If you tap it, it's going to take you off the video, and yeah, you can buy me a cup of coffee. So, Baby Rose, thank you so much for all that cups. That one just coming like about 5 cups. So, thank you. But let's go listen to these clowns in charge of that contraption. So,
no, that in course of this matter, they try everything humanly possible to see how they will stall the process. It got to a point where they went and procured Boots, a party called Boots. I don't know how many of you have had that party name, Boots, to come and apply to be joined in the matter. They went and procured SDP to join in the matter. They came with frivolous applications. In fact, even saying that APC under our watch no longer have the locus to sustain the matter in court. And the judge said, well, okay, another round was that they said, okay, you have we have gone to appeal court, and then we have appealed the judgment of the appeal court to the Supreme Court. Therefore, stop proceeding. And the judge said, I will hear all the applications, and I will take a composite ruling, including the subject matter. And exactly what the judge did on Monday. Very profound, very sound in law. And the judge addressed all the issues one by each and said that INEC should not release the voters register to RISIEC because that the processes are not duly and legally followed. And we have said that over time. We have told you that over time. That we were the ones at the point
who are nudging PDP, nudging the governor and RISIEC to conduct local government election. But they refused. And they are infracting the law. Because the law says clearly, 3 months to the expiration of the incumbent in power in the LGAs, start the process of election. Did you see that? The only time they try to set up a process is after the local government chairman, their tenure had elapsed. And they started the Makaba dance. So, just like one of what our colleagues have said here, under what law is this local government election going to hold? What is the appropriation? Who appropriated the funds for local government election to hold? So you see illegality, impunities, and on this, seeing the level of desperation of the governor, who, after the judgment of the Federal High Court came and got to him, drove straight to INEC of RISIEC office to nudge them to continue to hold the election and to say that if they see any security agents here, that he will deal with them. That he's both the governor of the state and the chairman of RISIEC. If the governor is chairman of RISIEC, has he not confirmed that we are not comfortable, can't be comfortable to conduct or contest election where the governor himself is the chairman of an agency of government that is responsible for the same election? My dear people, members of the fourth estate of the realm, the reason we keep calling you is that we know your role. We know the role you play in the society. Your business is to disseminate information and let the world know that this is our plight in this state. And again, to say that we will not watch the governor drift this thing to lawlessness, and that we are bona fide citizens of Rivers State. And because we are bona fide citizens of Rivers State, we also have the right, the same rights and privileges that anybody else can claim to have. And our right includes the fact that we are eligible to contest election, and APC is ready to contest election. Not under the circumstance. And the court has agreed with us that the processes were flawed and that election under that kind of scenario will be a charade. And that's where we stand. Media, please tell the world that we will oppose the governor's impunity. There's no if and but. We will oppose the governor's planned impunity. Because if it goes against the law, it means that, of course, he has invited splinters in his shells. We will not just be psychologizing into docility.
Nuisance, Lele.
Like, I mean, if you get appointed to become a chief of staff to a state governor, I mean, at some level, right? You probably have a real job. Should have a real job. But most of the time, when you look at all these grown-up men parading themselves in River States in this whole mess or following with the wicked all about, you just feel like, oh, these people don't get a real job, apart from politics, right? Like, there are some levels to these things. We say you're not supposed to even they did there. You're like that Oga level. Let's say you're a senator, and then you are kind of fighting for local government seats. Like, what the hell? Do they not really have a real job? Okay, listen to another one. I'm going to be cutting them short so that, and then I'll show you why they are dragging themselves, okay? That same guy, that Okocha guy, happened to be the former chief of staff to Rotif me, Amechi, the Ubima Judas Iscariot, who is now pretty much like nobody in their politics in Rivers State anymore. He used to be a champion. Remember now, Amechi? Is almost nothing now. And this was the guy who bragged that they used to kind of write election, blah, blah, blah. Now, he had an encounter with the supposed real chairman of APC in Rivers State as we speak on channels. Listen to this.
Mr. Kocha, let me ask you. So, were you really rigging elections, like you said, while you were chief of staff?
Hear that.
Mr. Kocha? It's been said everywhere now that you yourself said it while you were chief of, you were rigging elections.
Yes. I didn't know what I said to him. First and foremost, I need to let my brother know that the world is empire, not empire. So just for his information. Then on the issue of whether I rigged the election, I didn't hide it. I should be paid as a whistleblower.
Wait, a whistleblower for rigging elections? I mean, people who rig elections should be behind bars, not giving praise.
No, that's not correct. If you were an armed robber yesterday, and today you come to confess that you stole something somewhere, something, are you saying that the law will not take retroactive effect? The answer is no. The reason why we have said so and will keep saying is what is going on as we speak. Okay, we're saying that's why, when you have an idea of a thing, and you see the other person also wanting to use the same tactics that are very known to you, you will shout, and that's the reason why we want to vote.
So who was giving you the order to rig those elections?
For an election on the 5th of October.
Mr. Kocha, you were not working alone. You were acting on some orders, were you?
Working alone? How do you mean?
When you said you were rigging elections, that you have the idea, that suggests that you were not working alone. You were working with people. Somebody was giving instructions and you were acting on certain orders as well. Is that right?
Yes, all of us were together, including Emeka Bekay on the other side.
Wait. He was with you when you were rigging elections?
Yes.
Mr. Bekay, what's going on here? Is that correct?
Ask Tony Okocha, when he was in the election, was I part of him? Did you ever hear me to say that I rigged the election? I never joined to rig the election.
Saying that under Amechi's government, you never participated?
I did not follow you to do any election. I did not partake in any election whatsoever. Please don't get me involved.
You're not part of the making of my friend, Lucky One.
I don't know, but I wasn't with you. Did you see me there? You know, when you wake up and commit yourself, you want to put me part of it. I'm not part of that. You rigged the election, you have to play. We are going to ask the police to arrest you that you rigged the election.
So who was in charge of the government back then?
I don't know. I'm not part of it. You were the chief of staff to Amechi. Mr. Okocha, please. Mr. Okocha,
you were there when the results were.
Which result? Me, Emeka Bekay. Anyway, let me make it clear that we're partaking in the election on Saturday, and after the election, we'll give victory to the party.
The guy is not APC chairman anymore. He was supposed to be acting chairman, so they removed him. Because he was supposed to be APC, but he's actually like working for Wiri Wike of PDP. So these guys, it's not about party, it's not anything, it's just about their interests. So he was with Amechi, then he's now with Wiri Wike. So this other guy, Emeka Bekay, went to court and the court reinstated him as the normal proper chairman of APC. But that guy, that Okocha guy, is still parading himself as APC chairman, calling press conference like the one you listened to earlier. Or look at them on the national television. We were reading an election. Were you not there? Okay, who was in charge? I mean, under Amechi, we were reading. People were supposed to be in jail. They are parading themselves as leaders of people in Nigeria. God damn it, man. I'll show you the others. Here is another one of them.
Guys and said to us that they were ready for election, that they know the law. The man is a retired judge. That they know the law, but that the logistics are not made available. That was the man's snag. And in fact pleaded with us that whatever we can do to get the system to support the commission, that we should do. And as soon as we left the meeting, it was like, the media swarmed at me and said, what the essence? And we said, and I still remember that it was somewhere, the 19th of January, that this, demand, it's not the request, was made. And then we were within the law. The local government election, the incumbent chairman of councils were to leave the office somewhere around June or July. And we were still within the ambits of the law.